Yeah, I thought this was a great character win for our program. Not the prettiest game, obviously, for either team, but we're down, we're in a hole. Jamel wasn't his night, wasn't Dre's night, and we needed guys to step up. And I thought, Paul Newman was unbelievable. 17 rebounds, 12 points, kept some balls alive that we needed. Aaron Reddish had a massive three-pointer, and we've been challenging him to use his talent. He oozes with talent, and that was a big shot. I was so proud of him. And then, Chuck's birthday was yesterday, but he got his gift today, obviously, when he banged that three in the corner. Great moments for our program, and I think it's something we can build off of. And the thing I'm most proud of for our team, there's no quit in our group, and it's not something that we'll ever settle for. And I was proud. We just kept chopping and chopping and chopping and chopping, and then we walk out of here, with a win against a really good basketball team. They've had some really good games, really good moments for the program, and I thought we executed down the stretch the right way. It was just an awesome moment for us.
Perfect. Mike starts off.
Sure. Dwayne, you were saying yesterday how this is a big week for your team. Is this an excited locker room after this one? Is it a sigh of relief? How do you kind of evaluate just kind of emotionally where you guys are after?
Probably a little bit of both. We didn't panic, but it was a hard game. Our offense was just stagnant. Ball, we got around the rim a couple times. It wasn't going in. I think it took a little while for Matt and Trey to settle in. Dre, may have injured his knee possibly. So that was hard. That was a hard one. So I think, it was a sigh of relief, but also guys were excited. They were really excited most importantly, for Aaron, Chuck, and Paul. Those guys had great, impactful moments. And I think that's what it's about. It's about the team, and that's what they're most excited for.
With Paul, you were saying yesterday how you were really happy with his development, and then he comes out and has a night, with all those offensive rebounds. Can you talk about that a little bit?
It's just been working. We've challenged him some. I think it's taken him a little while, to get comfortable. Believes in himself. He's been in the gym working with Coach Jackson, working with Coach Tibbs at his game, and it shows. He's playing a lot more confident. And I do think that there's something to be said for seniors this time of year. The clock is running out, and they fight a little harder because they want to make the season the best they can make it. And I think he's exemplifying that for sure.
Hey.
So at those point of the game, it felt like it was a battle of wills for most of the game, and then they started to pull away a little bit. They go down the chance, and Drake picks up the fourth foul on that offense. And then you guys go on a 17-2 run. Was there an adjustment made, or do you feel like you guys just something clicked and started going on that run?
I think the biggest thing we said, we're going to get the ball inside our drive. We want to drive and get in the paint. I think, being a paint team was rewarding for us, last week. We just, we didn't get the wins we wanted, but I thought we did some really good things getting in the paint. And, we posted it, we drove it, and then we said our guys, we got to get second chance opportunities, and then we had to take it away from them. And then, there's a couple possessions we went zone. Zone's been really good to us. I think the zone has been really good, and we're extending our pressure a little bit with the zone. And I think it helped us a couple possessions. Slowed them down, gave them a different look, and it really helped us.
From the outside looking in, someone questioning, some of the other guys playing time, and then they showed when things weren't going right today, they stepped up. Was there anything that you learned that maybe next game you're looking at and saying, we need to get these guys more on the floor, or is it just what you expect from them?
No, from day one, I made a commitment to play those guys because for that moment, Aaron Reddish might have struggled against, just for lack of better terms, Towson or Harvard or whatever, but the reason why he played in those games is to win this game. And that's how it works. To get experience, you have to have experience, and that's why you play those guys. And I believe in every one of our guys. I believe in Luke. You know what? Today you missed a layup. Next game you're gonna make it. That's just the way the game's played. We just work at it, and we believe in every one of our players. And some nights, today showed it. If Dre can't go, the next guy's got to step up. We can't sit there and complain about it. We got to step up and figure it out, and that's the lack of quit in our program and our team.
Dwayne, I guess two different health things. Just to follow up on what you were saying about Dre before. Did he get hurt at the end, or was he kind of playing with whatever was going on? Yeah,
it was at the end, but I don't. I think we've all seen it. His body's fresh. He looks a certain way. When he doesn't have a pop, he looks a different way. I thought today he looked just a step slower, and then we got his fourth foul and he came back on the court. was evident something wasn't right. He said he just felt something more, off in his knee. So we'll get that looked at and figured.
And then, sorry. Just Justin and Tyree weren't here tonight. Is that same as Matt Trey and Luke from the other games?
Yeah, it's not something I can comment on, but they'll hopefully be back here soon.
Jared?
Could you get Matt back tonight? And obviously, when things were really just kind of stagnant, like you had mentioned offensively, it felt like you guys just kind of gave him the ball and said, hey, go make something happen. How nice was it that he didn't have any kind of crazy numbers tonight, but every bucket of his seemed really, really important, especially in that run?
Yeah, I mean, he finished, with 12 points, 1 for 3 from 3, and 5 for 12 from the field, and every bucket he hit was huge. It was like a Christmas gift. But yeah, it's great to have him back. I mean, he's a good player. He makes shots. He takes the right shots. He's got good feel. He competes. He's in the right spots defensively and offensively. So it was great to have him. And I thought he came up big also, down the stretch. He's a big piece of what we're trying to do.
Lexi?
Yeah, so looking at some of the stats, the first half you were 0 of 8 from 3-point, and then there was over 57% effectiveness from the second half. Do you what would you really attribute that to? Is that just the mental toughness in your guys, or is it just the confidence? What are you saying to them when you're huddled up?
Yeah, I mean, every time I say to our guys, you're open shoot. If you like it, I love it. And, we have to instill confidence in our guys. And I thought at New Hampshire, Chuck Champion had a 3 off a pass from Justin nearly in the corner and missed it. And what I said is, get back in the gym the next 2 days. The next shot you're gonna make, the next shot you get like that, you're gonna make it. You did it today. And we have to give them the confidence to be able to do the things that we want them to do. And I think, again, they just believe. They believe in themselves. They believe in each other. And, we step up and make plays, and then they build off each other. And like I said it before, momentum's really fragile. I mean, they had it. UMass Lowell had it. And we found a way to get back against New Hampshire. We had it for a second there, and we lost it 5 seconds later. That's the game.
And just kind of piggybacking off that, talking about confidence, you've already talked about Reddish, but on the sideline, you could see the embrace that you give him a couple times, and it's very obvious watching that you're very proud of him. So what does it mean to kind of see him kind of slowly building up that confidence and like you said, becoming the player that he knows that you know that he can be?
I think Aaron's potential is through the roof. I mean, he's a really talented kid. You don't know him. He has no idea, and he's just young. He's got to get in the weight room a little bit more. He's got to work at his game a little bit more. He just does things other guys can't do. And when he steps up and make a play like that, I just, he's had 2 really good days of practice. He's been working really hard. And what I tell him is, and I tell our guys, hard work is rewarded. I mean, that's the way life is. And, I was just super proud of him. And what I'm hoping is the next time he gets it, he's going to make it because of the feeling that he had. And it wasn't just me, it was his teammates. The guys ran off the court. We almost get referees are yelling at us because we're all excited like cheerleaders for Aaron Reddish because he's just a good kid and he works and eventually he has a moment. And we got to celebrate those moments that are hard to come by.
Sort of along the offensive lines, what was causing some of the difficulties for you guys on the offensive end? Was that just mistakes that you were making? Was that something that UMass was doing defensively? Just what was kind of going on there?
Yeah, I mean, for the game, we had 14 blocks, at the rim. That's a lot. That's a lot. And I thought we didn't have a lot of just toughness around the rim trying to finish. I didn't think. I didn't love it. I didn't love the way we were attacking the rim. I thought that was part of that. I think it was part of our focus. I don't think that we had a lot of force getting to the rim early in the game. But I thought we adjusted. And I think, again, they're a really good team. They're long, they're athletic, they're competitive. And I thought that just slowed us down a little bit. And then again, I mean, Jamel and Dre, they're the guys who put a lot of pressure on the paint. I just think they were just a step slow today, which happens. They're just human. And I think, again, they give us confidence. When Dre gets to run the ball goes to the net, everybody kind of settles in. And when those plays don't happen for us, we get a little tight, which is natural, but we adjust.
On the defensive side of the ball, you open conference play with a subconference performance against Binghamton, and then you bounce back defensively the next 2 games. What have you seen from your team in these last 2 games defensively?
Yeah, I think we've added a couple things that we could do. I think part of the first game was, our personnel first and foremost. And secondly, we had a little bit of a COVID pause, so to speak. And I think that, impacted our ability to guard the ball and just the reps that we needed. And again, we challenge our guys. We don't settle for a lack of competitiveness or lack of toughness on defense. That's just not what we're trying to do. And we try to attack the ball as much as we can. We try to be really physical on the ball on defense. And I think that showed, obviously, at New Hampshire in moments, not every moment that we needed, but today I thought it was pretty good. And then again, I think that's why we were just grinding this game out. You know, I thought we were able to get the stops that we needed. We were able to disrupt them a little bit. And again, you know, Jamel Wharton, when he wants to be, he should be an all-league defender. We just got to get it more consistently out of it. But he had some big plays, you know, on defense down the stretch.
Questions? Coach, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah.